Good afternoon, everybody. This is the Bishop Whitehead, and I'm gonna walk y'all into my prayer closet. This is my prayer closet, and one would think that, wow, look at your closet. Got all my priestly robes and more. Designer coats, you name it, Gucci, Louis, you name it. Fendi, you name it. More coats. And then when you walk into my shoe closet, every designer wear for days. But I didn't come on to talk about designer wear or wealth.
Brooklyn Bishop was robbed at gunpoint in the middle of his Sunday sermon today, and it was all caught on camera. The service was being live streamed this morning when he says 3 to 4 men walked in with guns.
Yo. All right. I seen media call me the Bling Bling Bishop. They had my Rolls Royce car all over everywhere, and I feel that played the part in this. I think all pastors should be able to get permits for pistols.
What it do, YouTube? Is Coffee back with another blog for y'all, man. And it's so interesting for those who keep up on hip-hop news going on in the blogosphere, as well as other trending news and trending topics, with Pastor Mase back on the scene, you know, being exposed recently and actually going on to expose himself even more. You know, the whole Fivio foreign situation, signed this man to a $5,000 deal. What the fuck? And listen, I do still say Fivio Foreign needs to definitely hold some accountability after knowing rappers get done dirty all the time. We've heard so many stories over the years. He definitely should have got some kind of representation before he did what he did and signed that thing. But, you know, I mean, like $5K, you'd think someone would say, this is terrible, this is horrible. But, you know, some accountability does fall on his own shoulders, but Mase is still a sleazeball, greaseball for that, you know. And then he goes over onto Gillian Wallow's podcast and just basically does a bunch of fast talking nonsense, throwing different numbers around, this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, it's like, yo, you robbed that man. You beat him in the head. You know, you sit there and talk about Diddy and everything, and look how you're doing people. And then enter in the conversation this gentleman that we're talking about in this video here, Pastor LAMOR Whitehead, who, man, oh man, things have been going really bad for this guy lately, right? We saw him in the beginning there, you know, the little intro I made for y'all, showing off his closet full of Gucci, Louis, Fendi. He's whipping a Rolls Royce and all that. He's cool with the Mayor Adams of New York City. But y'all saw what happened, right? You probably saw it in the news already prior to this. On a live stream doing his sermon or whatnot, some stick-up kids came in there and said, yo, pastor, get down or lay down. Come up off them jewels. And, you know, even went over to his wife and got the jewels off her neck as well. Now, I don't think that's funny, as there were women and children in the spot. You know, they definitely could have been hurt. But it just kind of seems like the way this guy does people, another more or less con artist, scam artist, it's all starting to catch up with him, right? He's being sued by some company for like $400K or something like that. I believe it's, I'm not exactly sure the specifics of that lawsuit, but he's being sued for not paying people for their work. And then also there's a woman that was one of his parishioners, you know what I'm saying, went to his church and got allegedly, you know, according to her, she was swindled out of her life savings, $90,000. I guess she was like, yo, I'm having trouble buying a home and everything. I got bad credit, this, that, and the third. And old Pastor Whitehead said, yo, I got you. I got plugs in real estate and everything. As you see, he's doing a big campaign on his social medias and everything, saying he's about to take over the city with the real estate market. And, you know, he told her, I'll help you get her a house. And she says he did nothing more than sell her a dream, hit her with that fast pastor, scam artist, con artist talk that we were just talking about Mase was doing, relieve her of her money and keep it. And allegedly, I guess, he tried to have some kind of political run a year or two ago. And, she's theorizing that he used that money to try to fund that. At the end of the day, he robbed someone who went to his church, allegedly, but it's not looking good. You see there's multiple people saying this guy conned me out of money. You see he does have a past criminal record where he was convicted, not just allegedly, not just allegations. You know what I'm saying? He was convicted of some identity theft allegations. And it just more or less looks like things continue to go bad and trend downward for this dude based on him robbing people. So the Stick Up Kids was like, yo, we're going to rob you too. Now he's saying it all happened because he helped turn in someone who was wanted for shooting someone, killing him in the subway. And he's talking about like all the media coverage and him being called the bling bling pastor, bling bling preacher, whatever the fuck the media was calling him, garnered him this attention where the Stick Up Kids came and got him. But who knows? Who's to say that's the cause? I mean, if you're out here robbing people and everything, it could be for numerous reasons. You know what I'm saying? When you do dirt, you get dirt. Quote the late, great DMX. But it's just kind of funny, man. Like I said, if you're watching everything going on in the hip hop world and all that, and you follow all different news, you're like, yo, Mason Betta back on the scene. Damn, he got exposed. He's a real grindball. And then we look into his whole in and out of the rap game. He leaves rap to be a pastor. He's back. He's a rapper. He's a pastor again. He's a rapper. Hell, he's doing both simultaneously at the same time. And I don't know, man. Like, to me personally, when it comes to these types of individuals, these real fly, flashy pastors and all that, like, they just rub me the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like, to me, they're nothing more than some slick thieves. You know what I'm saying? Individuals come to church looking for spiritual guidance, sometimes help or whatever. Like in that situation, this woman alleges she came to him for help about getting a home and he beat her in the head. It's like, just like Killer Cam was saying about Mase. He lost a lot of respect when Mase jumped off into preaching, and he says personally, now this is just something Cam said, you could take it with a grain of salt and say you don't believe it or do. Cam said Mase flat out told him, man, there's a lot of money doing that pastor-ish. Like, he knew some cats who were coming up heavy off the church's money. Like, I personally don't get it. I thought, those pushing and preaching the good word of the Lord were supposed to, I don't know, maybe some will say, no, that's like a Catholic thing. I don't know. Like, I'm a spiritual person. I definitely believe in God. But as far as church and different things, I don't know. I don't necessarily believe one has to attend church to be right with the Lord at all. But so I don't know the specifics of the different religions and all that and different beliefs and the rules and everything. But more or less, I thought, when you preach the word, you're not supposed to be worried about riches and worried about other material things and stuff like that. I thought you're just supposed to be worried about communicating the word of God to the people. You know what I'm saying? And helping people get right with the Lord and get their life together and get on track and do good to each other. Like, so I've always looked at these dudes as the ultimate sleazeballs. But something else, though, regarding all this, I believe I included that clip where he was talking about he believes all pastors should be allowed to be strapped, which if he had a piece at that moment in time when them dudes came in, I feel like things could have went way worse. Like if he started busting at them dudes and you have a church full of women and children and obviously, I'm sure the robbers would have started firing back at him. Who knows? There could have been numerous people hurt or killed as bullets ricochet, So to be honest, and I do believe people should be able to defend themselves. That may have really hurt a lot of innocent bystanders. But this pastor, it's no secret, has ties to New York City Mayor Adams, right? And he did more than just say this on the news about being strapped. He actually went to the mayor and said, listen, fuck that I got a criminal record, fuck all that. I need you to give me an emergency permit to carry that heat on me. And the mayor was like, yeah, I can't do it, man. Which, aside from this situation, a story that I covered on my other channel, and make sure y'all subscribe to this channel, my main channel, hit the like for me, and join the discussion in the comments as we coffee talk it up. That's what it's all about, kicking it with y'all, the people, on these different news topics, music, news, sports, and more. It was wild because on a federal level, there was something passed in the Supreme Court where it was ruled that New York State's gun laws are unconstitutional. As many individuals I'm sure know, in New York State, gun laws are super duper strict. Like, no one's really allowed to carry heat around. You know what I mean? I know cats that have worked for the federal government and had permits on that level, and New York State and I forget the other state, possibly Jersey, I'm not sure, are like the two states where those permits are no good. That's how, you know what I'm saying? That's how strict it is. They more or less try to keep it in New York, where only the police have heat. And again, I 100% believe people should be able to protect themselves, but with that whole thing being passed, I was curious to say, well, what's going to happen now? Is New York State going to be just come like other states where citizens are going to be allowed to get guns? But I don't know. It seems, as things stand at this moment in time, the regular New York State gun laws and rules and regulations remain intact. But like I said though, the mayor, this dude being really cool with the mayor didn't do him any good as far as, getting him some kind of pull to be able to carry that heat around him. You know what I mean? Like everyone knows, it's good to know people in high places, but it ain't helping the good pastor route here. So hit the comments, y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this. What do you guys think about pastors? You know what I'm saying? Flashing all that brethren, living these luxurious lives and all that. I mean, hey, maybe you'll just call me a hater. I don't know. I mean, I know these dudes can go out and get money in other ways outside of the church, but we see a lot of the claims coming against this guy that he's nothing more than a con man. So I don't know. Take from it what you will. But what do you guys think about everything going down for the good pastor? You guys think that's the old saying people love to quote, karma's a motherfucker, karma's gonna get you? What do y'all think, man? Is he got some bad juju, bad vibes out there for hustling in the name of the Lord? Let me know in that comment thread, and thanks for watching. I'm out of here, y'all. Catch you on the next one. Peace.